Hey everybody, this is Ori from OneScales, and in today's video I'm going to explore ChatGPT and figure out if it knows e-commerce and if it's good for a beginner, an intermediate, and an expert to use it to understand things about e-commerce. So e-commerce in general is having an online store, and I'm going to try to go from very simple, basic questions to some technical questions, and also some very specific things, and see how much it knows and just give you some insight to introduce you to ChatGPT and see if it's good for you guys and just be playful about it. Have fun with this video. Okay, so first thing I went to ChatGPT, which really quick introduction. It's AI, it's machine learning that scan through the internet to learn things, to understand how to communicate with you in basic language and give you a lot of information based on what it knows. That's a very simplistic explanation, but I think it'll be sufficient for now. There's millions of ChatGPT other videos, but this topic is to see how well it understands e-commerce in general. Okay, so let's start with some very basic questions, and I'm going to chat with it very simple. So what is e-commerce? Okay, I'm going to chat with it, see what it thinks. We're going to go deeper and deeper in more specific questions. Okay, so e-commerce refers to the buying, selling of goods and services, or the transmitting of funds of data over an electronic network, primarily the internet. It's okay. It's an okay description. I wouldn't say it's the best one. It's kind of bland, etc. So let's go in a little bit more detail itself. Okay, let's ask. So what do I need to run an e-commerce business? Let's ask it. Okay, let's see what it says. To run an e-commerce business, you will need a website or online platform. That's good. A payment gateway, right? You have to receive payments. A product or service to sell. Marketing, advertising, logistics. I need to ship things. Customer service, business registration. Sounds pretty good. Business registration and compliance. I would specifically add right here what it says additionally. You need a domain name and web hosting. So that's good. Inventory management system. These are optional depending on how automated. Content creation. This is actually pretty good. I would say it's probably like an 8 out of 10 for a beginner. Okay, so let's ask it some more questions. Okay, so where do I buy a domain name? Okay, let's go in really detail one by one. Okay, so these are some popular registrars. GoDaddy. Okay, which is the best? There are too many choices. Okay, let's see. The best registrar depends on your specific needs. Okay, it's a good political answer. Some factors you may consider: price, user experience. These are really good answers. I mean, these are good things, but I do want an answer from it. So let's try to get. So it says some popular ones are GoDaddy, Namecheap, and Google Domains. Can you help me choose? Let's see how well it knows this. Okay. And you see that ChatGPT is so well because it lets me talk in regular language. It knows that this has context with the thing above, with the chat. It's really good. You know what? Let me ask you, which is the cheapest and has the best customer service, right? I want to purchase from a company that'll have good customer service. Okay, so let's see. Namecheap is known for its affordable prices. Bluehost has its web hosting. These are not the best answers because it didn't answer about these ones: Namecheap, Google, GoDaddy, Google Domains, but it is giving me some information. Okay, so I would say for this answer, 5 out of 10, i.e. it's not easy to figure out, so you have to do the research yourself. Okay? Okay, so what else can we do here? So now I know here. Now I want to say, okay, which platforms? Now I'm going to go a little bit more detail into figuring out how to do e-commerce. So which platforms are the best for my small business, right? I'm giving it detail for selling t-shirts. Note, in California, and I'm a one-person shop. Okay, so I'm giving it a little more context. The more you give it, the better it will be. Okay, so now it's saying, okay, Shopify is a beginner-friendly platform, which definitely is really good in my opinion. Shopify would be the best one. WooCommerce is more difficult because of the hosting, etc. And then BigCommerce. So these are the three. I think these are pretty accurate. It's pretty good for small businesses. You can debate which is better. In my professional opinion, Shopify will definitely be the best. You don't have to take care of servers. You don't have to worry about the security. It works. There's so many plugins. It's ready to go. It's good. Okay, so I asked it which one is the best one. Okay, so let's try to figure out better which one to choose. Okay, so give me a list of pros and cons for the three above. Okay. Oops, I specified 4, so 3. Okay, so pros for Shopify. So now it's giving me some research, giving me some information. User-friendly interface, 24/7 customer support. I would say it is 24/7, but it takes a long time to get support. So I would say this should be rewritten. Cons are limited customization options for platform code. It is true technically, but there's so many things you can do with apps that because it's a closed system, Shopify. You have some limitations, but you can really achieve basically anything you want. So I would say this is not good for a beginner to know that, because they would think there's really limitations, but there's so many things you can do with apps and other customization. Monthly fees, okay. WooCommerce, the pros, open source, right? You can do anything you want. Cons are you may require additional plugins, technical knowledge for sure. I would say, okay, this is pretty good. BigCommerce also a range of features, that's good. Beginner-friendly setup, that's good. It's true. So BigCommerce, Shopify, kind of similar in many ways. Includes features. Okay, that's very generic. Cons, limited customization options compared to other platforms. Okay, it's not as big as Shopify. There's not as many apps and things you can easily integrate. Higher fees may not be ideal for businesses with very large product catalogs. Okay, I got it. Not really so relevant for my t-shirt one, which I asked it, but not bad. Squarespace, and because I asked 4 by mistake, it does that. Okay, so that's pretty good. So I would want to say, you know what? Okay, so let's say Shopify is my example. So how much does Shopify cost per month? Okay, so you see we're getting in details, we're talking to it. It's really, really giving you a lot of research. And so far, most of the information here is really, really valuable. I would say it's not really missing too much. Don't forget that ChatGPT has data up to 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And recently, Shopify has actually changed their rates, so this thing is not fully updated, but this is really accurate from just recently, from 2022. It's even the same information. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's figure out. Let's say I chose Shopify and everything. So what is the Shopify domain to register my site? Okay, so you can ask it all these things. So you have a lot of different research. Okay, so now I got it. Let me ask a few more questions, then let's go really technical. Let's kind of figure out these very specific details. Okay, good. Okay, got it. So I'm going to stop generating this. Okay, so so once I register a Shopify site, what do I need to do to gain my first customers, right? This is a very legit question. You set it up, you upload things, and then like, what do I need to do? So number one, optimize my store, make it easy to navigate, make clear product descriptions, high quality images. That's really good insight. Those are things that are supposedly obvious, quote unquote obvious, but it's so important to know that. Marketing your store, obviously, build your brand, establish a strong brand identity. It's very good stuff. These are general things, but these are really good to focus. So let's say, how do I market my store? I'm going to ask it specific questions, right, about number 2. Okay, and it's going to give me an interesting thing. So how do I market? Do SEO. Okay, what is it? I can ask it, what is SEO, etc., etc. These are really, really good things. Okay. So anyways, I'm not going to go more detail, but this is so far really, really good. And you can dive deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into these things. Okay. And I can also say, you know what? I don't want to do some of these things myself. I want to find some company that can do it. So for example, can you recommend a few SEO companies to help me grow my t-shirt business. Okay, let's see how well it knows that. Okay, it cannot recommend. Okay, that's good, but it can provide a few things. These are well-known SEO services. Some of these are tools, like Moz is a tool, which is not good. I didn't want a tool, I wanted a company, but some of these are definitely SEO companies, which is great. So I can go and I can research more. It gives me some starting point, which is not bad at all. Okay, so after this, let's go in more detail specifically. So, for example, how do I upload digital products? Or how do I upload customizable t-shirts, right? This is very specific to my business, for example, t-shirts on Shopify. And it's going to teach me how to do that, right? So here's how to do that. Add a product in your backend, and it's telling me go here to products, go to add product, fill in their information. This is very specific to Shopify. This is not bad. Choose a product type t-shirt. That's really good. Set up customizable options, variants. That's correct. To allow customers to customize, you'll need a customization tool. There are several. Okay, so it knows that Shopify does not have a customization tool for t-shirts. So it recommends, hey, you should check out Customify and Printful apps, right? These are third-party apps that cost money that do extra things. So this is pretty good. There are more companies that do this. There are a few more apps that do it, but this is not a bad start. It knows that Shopify doesn't have this feature out of the box. It knows to recommend. This is really, really good. It's a 9 out of 10 for that. Okay, great. So now we do that. Okay, great. So, and then how do I get more customers to sign up for my newsletter after purchasing? This is a very specific, right? So after a customer purchases, this is a very specific question. After a customer purchases, I want them to sign up to my newsletter. And it gives me some ideas. Offer an incentive, make it easy. These are pretty good things, I would say. These are not bad at all. There are apps that allow you to do it, so I hope it'll recommend an app for it, because that's what a lot of people do. But we're getting in more detail, trying to figure out what it is. Okay, provide valuable content. Okay, not bad, but I want to see the app. Do you recommend any apps to help with this? Okay. So not bad overall. I would want the recommendation of the app, but here it is. This is good. So Klaviyo is good for a marketing automation, and you can also have pop-ups, things like that, to get people's emails. So that's not bad. Preview, not bad. It's okay. Not bad. These are good recommendations. Okay, great. So really good thing. Each one has different costs. I can actually ask it, what is the cost for Privy? Okay, here you go. And it's giving me detail. This is really, really good. This is revolutionary in so many ways. It helps me talk to it just like I talk to someone that would do research for me in the company, and it gives me some information. You see here, here's a free plan, there's the cost. This is really good information. So let's try to go into the most detailed thing. Let's ask it specific things, okay, that are not that easy to know unless you're really in the industry or you have been working in these things for a long time. So let's ask it a very specific question, which is, how do I show a specific payment gateway on Shopify checkout page for my VIP customers? Okay, this is very specific, and it's a little tricky question because it's specifically for Shopify. You cannot customize a checkout page unless you have Shopify Plus plan. So if it knows that, that's something very specific that I would say this is really good. So what is it saying? Shopify allows you to configure your checkout to display for VIP customers. You have to select the customer group, configure the payment gateways, choose the default, and then test checkout. So I would say this is not the best answer because you have to have Shopify Plus to do it. It's not a bad thing because it does talk about customer groups, which is good because then you can create a VIP customer group. So that's great. It does talk about the configuration of the payment gateway, but it doesn't talk about how to specify that. You see here, choose default gateway, select the payment gateway you want to display. That's not an option that you have in the backend that you can just click and save. So this is a little too generic, but if it told you, okay, you can use either customer tags, customer groups, and you can actually go to a certain place to do that, that would be better, but it has to specify use Shopify Plus. So I would say this is partial fail. The concept is good, but it's not really telling you the detail how to do it because it doesn't know that. So this is not bad. It's close, but I would say it's ChatGPT currently is not here to replace everything. It's trying to get you in the right direction. And for simple things, and maybe sometimes intermediate or kind of medium difficult things, it's pretty good. Honestly, it's really good for what I think. Some specific things it doesn't know, such as this. So you'd really have to be a developer or know specifics about the Shopify plans to know that. But not bad, honestly, not bad. So other than that, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a little playful thing. I just came up with these topics kind of through in the middle, just talking with you guys. In general, ChatGPT saves a lot of time, does a lot of research for you. You can just continue to drill down and ask it questions. So like, how do I test my checkout? And you can go deeper and deeper and deeper in things. You can use it very well. I've been using it for a little while now, and it's really surprisingly good. And you can ask it things and just continue to drill down, play with it. And the last thing I want to specify, ChatGPT in particular for this topic about e-commerce, anyone who is a beginner, just entered a junior or a beginner, just entered e-commerce, this is so good to save you so much time to understand things. Anyone that's kind of intermediate in the middle, I would say this is not bad. And even the experts, it just saves time. It helps you get to places. It can do all kinds of things. Like I can write some code. I can do things. For example, how do I? Let's try a few more things. How do I remove the powered by Shopify on footer on my theme? Okay, so this is a little code specific thing, and let's see what it says. So you can really ask it questions, figure out. It says, okay, access your theme code. It tells you how to go. This is correct. Edit code. Locate the footer code. Not bad. Not bad. Not all themes actually would be called footer.liquid, but not bad at all. Remove it. Yeah, not bad. It didn't give you the specific code because different themes have different ways to code it. I would say that this thing is really, really good. Use it for saving you time, helping you get to the right direction, and in many cases also just giving you the full answers. That's it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about ChatGPT, what you think about the video. If you like these videos, subscribe, share, make a shout out, just say hi. We're here in the community. Ask questions in the comments. We're here to make a better community, more efficient world, more information, save you guys time, and interact with you guys. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you, guys.